Hey, how you doing today? Welcome to Ladybug FX, yeah? So, I hope this video finds you well on today. Thanks for stopping by, and of course, hopefully you're subscribed, like, and share. Most definitely. But we have a treat for you today. We're actually going to do kind of like a tutorial over at Tradingview.com, alright? So that you can be proficient on the platform. So let's go ahead and get started, alright? So here, as you see, when you look at this platform here, you see your candles here, and you know each candle represents a time frame, all right? So we're going to begin speaking about the time frame that each candle represents and how to select those. And so right here, next to your currency pair, you know this is the currency pair. So right here next to the currency pair, you see the M, which is the monthly chart. So let's go ahead and select that. Alright, and so here are your time frames. And so we have the minutes, we have the hours, and we have the days, alright? So depending on what you're looking for, if you want a monthly chart, a weekly chart, daily chart, or you want to go to the 4-hour chart, 1-hour chart, you can just select your time frame, even if you want to go down to the minutes, alright? But usually what we do is a top-down analysis. So usually we go ahead and start from the monthly, and we work our way downward, alright? And so for each candle, depending on the time frame that you select, it represents that time frame. So currently it's on the monthly, so it represents 1 month, all right? So now we're on a weekly, so each time frame for each candle is 1 week, all right? And so the daily, each candle represents 1 day. All right, so that's what this means. And then you have, let's see here, let's just go to the 4-hour. Each candle represents 4 hours. So you kind of get the drift, right? 15-minute, each candle represents 15 minutes, all right? Which is wonderful. So let's go back over to maybe the daily chart, all right? Yeah. And as we see here we have our candles. We have them in green and also red. And let's switch over to the color. And so what I'm going to do is I am going to right click on the right button on my mouse button. All right. And you see here, color theme. You can change the color theme of your platform. All right. So we have light, and pressing light, we have wide, right? And then go to color theme again and select dark, which is what I really like. Yes. So let's select that again and go to the color theme. All right. And so you see that there. And then let's see here. You can always reset your chart here. All right. To go back to normal. There you are. All right. And then let's see here. Let's go down here to settings. All right, let me do that one more time. We're going to right click on the right mouse key all the way down here to settings. All right, and so you have the symbols here. And so for the symbols represents the actual candles, all right? And you see you can select each color, all right? Awesome. And so right now we have the green and the reds going on, right? Alright, so for this, the green actually does mean it's bullish, and the red means that it's bearish, okay? So we can select any color scheme that we want. If you want to change your colors to that white, like I just did, so that was the body, and then the borders around it, we're going to change that. It gives us a completely white candle. If you want to change this and say you want to change that to red or to a purple, maybe. Let's change this to purple, just to give you that kind of, and this is the wicks here. Let's change that. You change the wicks to whatever color you want. Alright, so just to give you, and then down here, select OK. So we've chosen the white and the purples. Yeah. Alright, so we've changed that. Alright, and so that's one change that we've made. Alright, and so let's look at this. And then let's go over here as well. And let's look at this right here, the candles again. Alright, and so we can choose the type of candles that we want as well. So if you want just bars, there are the bars. Alright, and then we had candles. So there we go, the candles. Hollow candles. Alright. Then we have the line. And the line is All right, so the lines are really excellent for when you want to do your support and resistance and also draw your trend lines. It just makes it easier on the eye for you, all right? And I'll actually give you an example here. All right, and so one of the things, even though we're on the line graph and we're looking at this, let's go over here to this border here, all right? And so you see you have your tools here, right, that you can utilize. And so let's select this here, okay? And this gives you all of your trend lines, arrows, rays, info line, extended line, trend angle, horizontal lines, horizontal rays, vertical lines, cross line, and so on. Usually in my class, you're usually going to use your trend lines. We're going to start that, your horizontal line, and your vertical line, all right? So those are the ones that we usually use in this class here, all right? And so what we're going to use for this horizontal line, and we're going to use this because we're going to draw our support and resistance, all right? So draw that there, and you see how easy that was? And it's easy to see with the line graph, all right? So let's go back here, and we're going to do it again, all right? Grab that thing here and place that there, all right? So there you are. See how easy that was? And you see this area here, you see that it's popped up here for you. So this gives you the opportunity to customize your lines. So let's select this right here, okay? And so let's do it yellow. And then we want to thicken that up to like 3 point. And then we want to make it a solid line, all right? So look at that. Isn't that beautiful? So let's do the same for this one as well, all right? We're going to make that yellow, 3, and we're going to thicken that thing up and make it a line. There you are. Awesome. All right, so you're learning, right? Yeah, so even with the line graph, let's see here. Oh, and let me let you know about this area right here with customization as well. That's popped up here. Everything that we starred in this area, you see it's located here. So you have easy access to it, all right? Which is really awesome, all right, for you. So you can keep that right up here for your usage, all right? Awesome. And then here in this area, we have the fib retracement, and we're actually going to use a lot of this. I use that a lot, all right? And we have the trend-based fib extension, pitchfork, and you have a lot of various tools that you can use here. Pitch fan, fib spiral, but for this class you're going to use the fib retracement, all right? Awesome. So we have that starred here, and it's already up here, okay? Awesome. And then this area, you have your brush, your highlighter, your rectangle. You have a lot of the triangles, arcs, double curves. For this here, we're going to use your brush and the rectangle the most. So we already have those starred, and they're up here, okay? And then for this area, you have your text, your anchor text, your note, and so on. But let me tell you about this area. We use the text a lot. So we want to actually have that here, and you see a text here, and it comes up. And so you can say top Bollinger Band, or you can say Bollinger Band could be just BB on or monthly. All right. Well, in this case, all right. So this is just a note. So we had the Bollinger Band here, and we wanted to know what is this line here that we've notated. We could say it's the top Bollinger Band on the monthly chart, right? Yeah. So you would just notate that. So that's just an example of how you can use your notes. All right. Awesome. Wonderful. So we're gonna go ahead and delete that. Kind of. All right, and then looking at this line chart here, let's go back to our candles, all right? And see, once we pop that back to candles, see how it's a beautiful, clean line, all right? Wonderful, right? Awesome. And so, some of the other things that we'll use on here, let me see here. Short position and long positions. So say that you literally want to take a trade because you see this is coming down here, and so you will actually go ahead and place that there. All right, so you have your stop loss, yeah, and that is taking a short position. So this area here in the green would be your target area for how far you want that to be. So say we wanted it here in this area, and this here, we're like, okay, we have a engulfing candle for the previous candle, and so we're going to go ahead and enter this, and so we can make this our stop loss. Depends on how much you want to place on your stop loss. All right, so you can place that wherever you want, and then of course you'll take that trade, and this will be your target. All right, which is awesome. And so this is the short position, but if it was the opposite, you would actually utilize it for the long position, right? And so with the long position, let's just make believe that this is right here is going upward, all right? And so let's just place this here. All right, and so the same thing, you would have placed it up here for, let's see here. And say after we received our engulfing candle, let's delete this one. After we received our engulfing candle over here, all right, and say we want to enter the market right here in this area where we see what this line right here is, and we would have made our target the previous area of the previous high, all right, and we would have made this our stop loss area, all right? Awesome. And so that's if you were taking a long position, just to give you an example, all right, on how to use that, which is really wonderful too. All right, and so then we have our something else we're going to use a lot of. This is your ruler. And so say that you were actually going to enter the trade here all the way down to here, and so it actually measures 203 pips, right? Awesome. That's some good money, right? 203 pips. Depends on how much you put on that. But yeah, so that's what you do. Yeah, so you can measure your trade, which is wonderful. Awesome. All right, so with this template, I'm actually showing you a lot of things right now, which would be very helpful for you as a beginner. And so let's go ahead and look at our indicators here, all right? So say you want some indicators that, you're looking for your moving average. So I'm going to type in moving average. All right. And so you can select your moving average. I usually select this one here. And then here's an MA9. But say we want to do the 50 MA on that. So select the gear. All right. Go to inputs and then place 50. All right. And so now we have our length at 50. All right. And so we have the 50 MA on there. Wonderful, right? And so even with this particular one, as you see that it is actually over, the chart currently is above the 50 MA. And if you want it to wait until it actually passes over and under the 50 before you enter there, since it is moving bearishly, and that'll be a second confirmation for you, right? Which is really awesome. Yeah. All right, so this is your indicator area, and you'll come across a lot of indicators that you want to use, all right? And so Ema Crossovers, as you see down here, if you have two, let's see here, if you have two moving averages that you're interested in, so let's say you already have your 50 on there, but if you want the 14 and the 8 or the 9? 14 and a 9. All right, so that's another one. You can use that for your crossover. So every time it crosses over, you can actually use that. Or one that's very popular. Let's silence this one. We can use like the 50 and 200. All right, and so you see here where it crossed over. All right, giving us that signal that it is a bearish trend. You could have went ahead and boom, entered that thing and just kept it moving until it crossed back over again. All right, so that's just an example. And so what you want to do too, if you want to hide this area, you can actually use this, and it hides everything for you, which is wonderful as well. All right. Awesome. And then as you see in this area, which is templates, with the templates, you will actually say with these indicators, if you wanted to save your indicators, you can say save indicator, and then you can name it, and we'll just put test, or we could just put 50 200, all right? And then save that. All right, and then if you want it, where did I have it? 50, 200 right here. And then if you wanted to go ahead and add that, you can start as well, okay? So you can just start it and keep it in your favorites. Wonderful. All right, and then this area right here, this drop down, you can actually save your chart. So new chart, you can actually place a new chart here on the platform, or you can load your charts and you can save each of these. All right, so you can go here and you can rename your chart here, which is wonderful, or you can save a new chart as well. All right, so I hope this was helpful for you. It has been a pleasure for you on today, and I hope you do well in trading. All right, and so we'll place more tutorials online for you so that you can do a whole lot better with your trading and understand the platform better. Okay, have a beautiful day. Thank you. It's been a pleasure. Bye.